Assalamu alaikum dear students, hope you are fine. Today we will discuss the origin of human language. The word origin means the start and the beginning of something. When we talk about the origin of the language, we mean to see and observe the start of the human language on the world. Along with the origin of the language or the start of the language, we will also discuss several related theories and concepts and its types regarding the origin of the language. Whenever we talk about the learning objective regarding the origin of the language or the initial of the language stages or initial or start of the language stages, the learning objectives behind this concept would be to develop an idea that how different theories of the language can be analyzed. Secondly, it will also be discussed on what grounds each theory is different with one another, with each and other, on and so forth. Here is another thing we will have to study the concept of language beginning historically or diachronically. There is a controversy that according to few peoples, language is a divine gift which is with us since our birth. On the other hand, few people think that no, it is not a divine gift. It is a language. It is just human due to their ability to speak means it is with us in an other way. So, when we discuss the start of the human language, we also need to examine certain theories of language. These language theories direct us to examine that what was the first language on the world, how did our language begin from where and where it was started. There is another thing in this slide. The word diachronic means what is diachronic, as we have earlier discussed in our several classes, face-to-face classes, that what is a diachronic or a synchronic concept. Diachronic concept means the things which we discussed historically or in the time framework in the history, means it is a certain point of time, means what would be happened with language in 1940s, in 1950s, in 1960s, in 1970s. On the other hand, the word synchronic, it deals with the present time study or the current time study, means what will happen in the current situation, in the current scenario, whereas diachronic related from the history, it is related or linked with the history. The basic objective behind the origin of the language is to see or to observe and examine that what happens with the language, what we do with the language historically or in history, what are the objectives of the language origination. It means it gives us a chance to see, to observe that how a language is originated, how a language is developed, and how language starts with us. And the divine means it is a God gift which lies with our birth, as Noam Chomsky elaborates, as the other persons elaborate things. On the other hand, the other people views that no, it is not a divine gift, it is just our practice, it is our learning practice, it is linked with our behavior, with our certain habits. We learn language as we learn other activities, as we learn other habits in our daily life. So, language theories also attempts to examine speakers' ability to articulate and start to devise the first language evolution. So, as research never ends, it starts and it moves and it's going on with the passage of time. These theories elaborate the certain and possible ways through which how first language was invented and introduced in human. Firstly, to cope up with the above given questions, here are few theories would be presented, and these answers can be presented successfully by giving the answers of this possible. So, discussing linguistic theories regarding language origin, we will examine few definitions about the start and the beginning of the human language or languages. There is a person, Campbell, who explains about language origin that language is such a phenomena. So, with the passage of time, there are several. With the passage of time, with the several theories were introduced to explore the concept of language origin in detail. As researcher never ends, each approach or theory draws lights upon language, how human language starts. For example, the theory, the ding dong theory, the lala theory, the foo foo theory, the you he who theory. So, according to the pioneer of the Bao theory, that human language is the product of the process of copy and imitation, mimicry. Language sounds and vocabulary is mimicked and imitated as a result of the copying of animal sounds. The pioneer of the Bao theory believed that the first human speech was onomatopoeic. The term onomatopoeic is used to assign the name of animals on the basis of their sound. For example, the cuckoo name is given to cuckoo due to it can be negated or formed and shaped. The problem behind this theory is that all animal sounds are different, not same in the cultures. Means if the dogs barking in Pakistan is bow bow and in Brazil it is changed. It should be same in Brazil and the Brazil's dogs barking should be same in Pakistani culture, but it is not like this. So after elaborating the concept of bow theory, another approach which is coined as the ding dong theory, or this theory name is ding dong theory. This theory takes the one chunk of the Bow theory that the language is the result of onomatopoeic, whereas Bow theory believes in that animal sounds can be mimicked, copied, and we learn the language in the same way as we copy the animals' sounds, as we copy the animals' sound origination and the sounds and the vocal parts. And the ding dong theory takes the one point of this the Bow theory that it is onomatopoeic. Onomatopoeic means the characteristics or the qualities which are assigned by the object to its voice due to its voice. So Bow theory that the language is the result of onomatopoeic. The ding dong theory is developed by Edward Thorndike and Adam Smith in 1943. The other theory is from the this theory is originated by Danish linguist to associate with the love play and especially songs. The behind the Lala theory is that if all the languages are the matter of emotional aspects, but if languages is only related with emotions like love, hate, sadness, happiness, then the logical and rational aspect of speech, what would be happen those concepts? How we can describe the things which are in reality, which are logical, which are rational. So for example, how we can assign the name of real objects like chair, like table, so on and so forth. If we say if we regard that Lala, according to the Lala theory, that language is just the amalgamation and it is the mixture of the expressions of our emotions like sadness, happiness, and other things. So, as every theory is different in its nature depending upon its features or characters, the Phu theory believes in the agenda that language is the result of the interjections, sounds which are the interjections like wow, hurrah, alas. These interjections are used to denote the time of cry and the time of the pain, sadness, and happiness. But the problem is with interjections that all the expressions and routine matters cannot be explained through the interjections because they are limited. Our interjections are limited, they are not too vast, they are not broader. So it is natural that no language contains very much interjections. If we regard that according to the Phu theory that language is just merely the result of the interjections, then it not be then what would be happen with the other expressions, with the other things. So the other concept in the theories of origination is the Ta theory. The pioneer of the Ta theory believes that language is non-verbal as the expressions can be given by our gestures, for example, by our nodding our heads, by saying yes or no. This theory is developed by Charles Darwin. Last but not the least, the other approach is the you he who theory. This theory keeps believing that human language is the product of the sounds resulted in grunts, groans, and so on and so forth. So after all the above discussion, it may sum up that it is very much important